because of the outbreak of the virus. It makes people cannot travel anywhere. And then many people have to be at home because of the intention to stop the spreading of the virus. Because if we travel more, we spread more disease. And we try to do that. We try to help to stop the disease. That's why we have to stuck here with many people. We are about 20 people stuck here together in this place. We come from many different places. We don't have a chance to go back home. We miss home, we miss family, we miss work, we miss everything that we used to have. But we feel like to be here is safer for us and for other people. But we don't know when it's gonna end. We don't know how long the crisis will last. It may take 3 months, 4 months, or a year. We don't know. So that causes more depression among us. And then many people in the world will be the same situation. We don't know what to do. We don't know what will happen. So in this situation, how can we deal with it? How can we work with our feeling, our emotion? We feel sad, we feel depressed. Many of us don't want to do anything because they feel so bad. But in the last few days, we start the garden project here. It seems like the gardening project is helped us a lot lately. Before that, people feel not sure what to do, feel sad, feel insecure. But when we start to come to work in the garden together, I can see people have more joy. They can feel more alive, more and more. Just only a week, we start to plant many things, like here is lettuce, and here is beans, long beans, they start to sprout. And in the bottom, you see a lot of basil start to coming up. And tomorrow, we're gonna plant lemongrass. We have a lot of lemongrass. We're gonna plant a lot of them. And some of them is galanga. Let's prepare for tomorrow. We think gardening is a kind of healing for us here. Because when we come to the garden, people forget about their suffering, their depression, their sadness. Because when they exercise, they sweat, they enjoy digging more. And when many people come together, we joke a lot, we talk a lot. So that's the way we feel alive. Because we have fun when we talk, when we're joking around. All kind of joke is fine. Just make us laugh. That's very important thing for us right now. And then to have the garden is very important too. Because in the situation that we don't know what will happen, but we can see life is growing, it's developing. You can see a few days ago, it's just a tiny seed, but now it starts to be a plant, start to grow up fast. So that's a symbol of life. Even plants, they still enjoy it, they're still growing. Why we have to be sad here? Many of them, even the chickens scratch them, but they still try to come up, try to grow. So plants, they have energy to live more than human. Some people feel so bad, they don't want to live anymore. But the plant, they still want to live. They try to survive. So this is fun for us to see life growing around us. So many people feel enjoy to see the garden every day. We like to come in the morning and see what growing up today, what look good, what else we need to plant more. So it's good activity for this situation. And another thing is because we don't know about the crisis, how long it will last. It maybe take 3 months, 4 months, but the food that we have now, that we store it in the kitchen, maybe not last that long. It maybe last only a few weeks. And after our food's finished, what can we do after that? So that kind of feeling can increase more depressed inside us. But when we start the garden like this, we feel more relaxed now. Because soon, morning glory gonna growing in that bed. And then wing beans gonna growing in that bed. We have eggplant, we have chili, we have basil, we have many kind of lettuce, we have sweet potato. We plant many things here. So in the next 2 weeks, they will come up. I think in 3 weeks, we start to have food already. In 3 weeks, we will have morning glories. We will have bok choy, we will have mustard green. We will have some onion and sweet potato. The shoot of sweet potato is good food too. So to see the garden like this help many people to feel secure, feel good that we not worry about food much. If the crisis lasts longer than 2 months or 3 months, we will have enough vegetable for us, for sure. So gardening is like a medicine for us now. It keeps us stay together, it keeps us alive, keep us have more joy. I think many places, people don't have space like this. People have to be in the building all the time. That will be very hard, very sad. You have to be in the room 24 hours per day, every day, every day. That's not very fun. So I feel sad for people who have to live in the city like that. And then I think one thing they can do is to do sprout. Sprouting is very fun thing to do in the city. If we have beans, it's very good for city people. But if we don't, if we don't live in the city, if we have land like this, I think to make garden is very good. And when we have a lot of garden, a lot of vegetable, we can share with neighbor, with people nearby more and more. I think it will create new community system. It will create new connection with people. And then I think it's time to come back to think about food, about security in this way. The crisis caused a lot of problem, but in the same time, the crisis can have a good side too. For right now, it hurt a lot of people. Most of people suffer from this crisis. But in one way, this crisis allow natural resource to propagate more and more and more. Only a few weeks that they close the national park here. No tourists go to the island. The island is national park. for us here. We start to see more different kind of fish came to the shore, more and more. We catch fish every day here. And then we notice that many fish, local villagers, they never seen it before in this area, but they're coming back because there's no tourists for a while in this area. Before that, there's a lot of tourists, but now, no tourists. So more natural resources start to propagate, more fish coming back, more fish can survive. Baby fish can grow up bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's a good sign. And then because of the crisis, many business closed down, many factories stopped working, many hotel, many industrial business, they stopped working. That helped natural resource to propagate more and more and more. Many grass can grow. People use less weed killer now. Many microorganisms, many bacteria start to propagate more and more. Many yeast, many cricket, bird, all kind of worm, animal, they start to propagate more and more. That the way the natural heal itself. So if the crisis lasts for a few months, we maybe suffer a lot, but in another way, we will get more resources. We will get more natural resources to consume in the future. I think this crisis is like the nature teaching us to know how to consume in the appropriate way, not just consume as much as we can. It seems like the nature teaching us the lesson that natural resources is not only the material to change into money only. Natural resources is what makes us alive. It's more value than money. So I think it's good lesson to learn about this because so many people don't care, don't think about this at all. They just consume, 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 consume. But now it's the end of it. So I think it's very good lesson for human to learn about from this crisis. And then for me, myself, I feel like in the crisis like this, when people feel sad, feel depressed, gardening help a lot, help us to be close to the nature, to the mother nature, come back to the mother again. Mother gonna feed us with food easily. Even we have no money, we cannot go anywhere. But if we be friend with mother, be nice with mother, mother always feed us. Look at this, just only a few days, they start to grow. They come up already. In the next 2-3 weeks, they will be tall and high. They can start to have fruit for us in the next 2 months. So food coming up. The crisis is teaching us to come back to our mother again. I think mother always love their kids. If their kids don't run away from mother or don't hurt their own mother, like what we are doing now. So it's sad, but in another way, I feel good, feel okay with it. And many of us, 20 of us who live here, we feel secure. We learn a lot. We appreciate this crisis that help us to understand our life better. I hope more and more people will come back to our mother again. That means we will have a better life soon.